Hi, I'm JJ. Welcome. Today I'm doing a tag. I was tagged by Book Chat with Pat, and it's a Would You Rather book tag, Curious Edition. It was created by Curious Cat and Ellen Made Book Club. So the first one is, would you rather never read more than one book from the same author and you can never reread a book, or read only books from an author of your choice, one author? I would rather read only one book from the same author. So I guess I'll just read what's supposed to be their best and then go on to all the different authors. Would I rather read a book with an unlikable main character or have my favorite character die? Definitely the first one. I'd rather read an unlikable main character. I've watched too many shows with my favorite character dying, and I do not like it, so I do not want to only read that. Start your library from scratch, but you can't rebuy any of the books that you had on your shelves before, or never be allowed to add a new book to your current library. I would rather never be allowed to add a book. I already have way too many books that I need to read on my bookshelf that I know that I want to get to, and I would hate to not be able to ever get them again. Plus, I have many of my all-time favorite books that I do want to keep. I would just go to the library and get any new book that I want and read it that way. Your favorite author never publishes anything new or only publishes bad books from now on. I'd rather they never publish anything new. A lot of my favorites are already dead, so they're not going to be publishing anything new anyway. Read only one book of your favorite genre, or read as widely as you want except your favorite genre. This one was actually harder for me, just because I'm not sure what I would classify as what my favorite genre is. So I don't know. I don't know which one I would not be able to read from if I could read widely, or since I like a lot of historical fiction, would it be could I do like historical fantasy and kind of get away with that? I don't know, but I would probably want to read widely. Be stranded forever on a desert island with a full library, or still live in society but books have disappeared. Definitely would rather be with books than people, especially now. As far as sci-fi and fantasy, would you read only 5-star series but they're always unfinished, or read only thick standalones with a bunch of info dumping? I would definitely read only the unfinished 5-star series. I came from a world of fan fiction where I just write my endings, or I find other people who have written better so that I can maybe have those sci-fi books or fantasies finished in that way. Mystery. Always get the book plots spoiled, or they all have an open ending like the killer isn't caught. I definitely would prefer that one. I do not want anything spoiled. Once again, fan fiction can solve that, and I can just rewrite my ending. I don't like things spoiled. Historical romance. A great love story, but with historical inaccuracies, or a toxic meh love story, but with great historical world building. I like historical fiction, but I don't read a lot of historical romance. So I don't care what kind of love story it is, as long as I get great world building. This one was also hard. Number 10. Read a book that has, oh no, this one wasn't. Read a book that has the best characters, plot, or writing. You can only choose one, but it has none of the others. So I would rather have the best characters, so therefore I am not getting good plot or good writing. But I'm gonna, cop out and just say that fan fiction solves that too. I really enjoy character work. So, have a friend who loses your books or mistreats them, like stains them or breaks their spine. I would rather have them just lose them. I don't like the thought of books being wrecked, but either way, you would have to replace them. So I guess that one doesn't really matter. It just would hurt my soul to have a book returned and have somebody not love it or treat it as well as me. And I mark out my books, so I don't care about that. I just don't want them, completely wrecking them. Number 12, never be allowed to visit a bookstore again or be banned from all the libraries in the world. This one is harder. I would never be allowed to visit a bookstore again before I would give up libraries, just because, especially since I said all libraries in the world, and if I ever get the chance to travel like I want to, a lot of the libraries are so beautiful, architectural wise as well as what's inside, and I would hate to be able to miss out on that. And yeah, I would rather just not visit a bookstore. Number 13, everyone hates your favorite book or everybody loves the books you hate. I would rather they love the books, love the books that I hate, mostly because there's several books that I already don't like that are very popular, and I'm okay with that. I know I have my tastes, but I would feel really bad if I didn't have anyone to talk to about my favorite books. So I would like them to at least like my favorite books. They don't have to I just don't want them to hate them. Number 14. This one was a hard one. Only listen to audiobooks narrated by the worst narrator, which I absolutely do hate that. It has turned me off on a lot of books because if the narration is bad, I can't take it. Or only read physical books but in terrible lighting. And that would be hard too. I think I would rather do that though. I guess I would want to know how terrible the lighting is because I wouldn't want my eyes to go bad, but I also wouldn't want to be driven crazy by the narration. So tentatively, I am saying I would rather read with bad lighting. Number 15, books from the same series or collection that don't match, or read books printed in a tiny font. I absolutely hate that. So I would rather have books that don't match. I cannot do small font. That's when I switched to audiobooks. 16, never post another YouTube video or never watch a YouTube video ever again. I would definitely rather never post it. I'm very new to this, so I don't feel like I'm giving up a whole lot. But I would still want to be able to watch all my friends and still have a community and interaction that way. Especially since I started following BookTube by watching rather than making content, so I could completely just be okay with that. So the last one is just tag some BookTube friends. I don't know by the time I post this who's going to be who will have done this already, so I'm just going to make a list. I'm not going to name anyone here, but feel free for anyone who is watching, in case I don't tag you, to do this because it was fun. And I would like to see your answers as well. Thank you. Have a good day.